Hey guys, this is Patrick Freeman here in Chongqing, China. Today is March 12th, and we're almost going on a full 2 months of being in this quarantine isolation. I am actually excited to say that we went out yesterday, did some grocery shopping. I didn't bring my camera with me, but it almost looked like things were back to normal, at least in our area. It was in the afternoon when we went out, and there was quite a bit of traffic, people walking around. And I don't think Chongqing's had any cases for at least 14 days, 15 days. So that's good, especially in a city of, 33 million people. It's encouraging, and, I'm still cautiously optimistic. I will be wearing this mask probably long after it's said and done, just to be on the safe side, even if I do look silly. And by the way, in the United States and other countries where people aren't wearing their mask, and you have mask, you need to wear a mask. I don't care what people say. I don't care. I don't care what they say or what you think they're going to say or what they think about you. It's imperative that you wear the mask, because it can protect you. If somebody's got the virus and they're coughing or sneezing, it can keep those droplets from going out of the mask and getting into yours. Don't be afraid to wear the mask. Don't worry about looking stupid. You're not looking stupid. And continuing with a video series of stupidity, let's talk about an individual who posted today. And I know he's going to be watching right now, and he's got his depends on, because I'm going to probably mention his name. I don't know if I'll mention his last name yet, because he actually did make a good decision. And let me share with you what I'm talking about. I'll give you his first name. His name's Clayton. Lives in Texas. And this is what he posted on Facebook. He says, this morning, just a couple of hours ago. It says, social media mixed with fake news and ridiculous media outlets has caused the most idiotic hoax since Y2K. Get a FKN, he's just saying get a fucking grip. He says, get a FKN grip, sheeples. I want to purposely contract, listen to this, listen to what he says. I want to purposely contract the virus and vlog my 3 to 6 day process of being treated and surviving. I mean, I had to read that 3 or 4 times just to make sure that I wasn't misreading it. And I mean, my blood pressure went up, my heart rate went up, and I'm going against, practicing what I'm preaching and just moving on. But these people are a danger to society, and let me tell you why. I mean, first of all, to say that he wants to contract the virus and vlog about it so that he can prove that it's not dangerous. Well, if you do that, make sure you go to a nursing home, if you have it, that has older people with it. As more of them are dying, my thoughts are that you probably won't be saying that. I don't know what even would lead you to say something as silly and stupid as that on Facebook for the entire, I think you've got close to 3,000 friends, probably a little bit less now. But for you to post that publicly on a social media platform to say that you would like to purposely get it. Oh, by the way, just so you don't worry, I took a screenshot of our conversation and your post. I'm going to post it so people see how stupid people can be. Like I said, I'll probably take out your last name. But I do this as an example, Clayton. You are going to be a danger to society. You got people like the guy in New Hampshire, a doctor who was told to go into quarantine for 14 days, disobeyed that order or that suggestion. It should be an order, but he took it as a suggestion and went to a convention and got other people sick. A father, another story, completely separate story. A father took his daughter. His entire family was supposed to be in quarantine. Father took his daughter to the dance. And now the entire school is shut down. You had a Catholic priest who was handing out, I guess they call it the Eucharist. Now, I don't think he knew that he had it. So I'm not bashing this priest that did this. Although I think he did say he had the flu. If you had the flu, why would you be handing out your Eucharist? But that's beside the point. But one of the parishioners supposedly said that they weren't going to obey the 14-day, it was like 500 people that were told to quarantine themselves. You had one guy say, well, I'm not going to obey it. I'm going to go play golf with my buddies. See, these are the people that are going to be who are going to make this thing worse than it really should be. And people like Clayton, who speak out of the other end of their body and make comments like that, are the people that you want to avoid them like the plague, because they very well could be carrying the plague and not give a damn about those around them. You know, Clayton, you look like a young guy. I checked out your Facebook. You look like a young guy, a healthy guy. Chances are you would probably be okay. But my mother, who's 76, 77, all those other individuals above age 60 who have additional health problems may not feel the same way that you feel. So it just shows a complete lack of sensitivity that you have towards your fellow human being. And the reason why I picked this guy, and I know that you're telling me, guys, you know, I know you're probably telling me, don't worry about this guy, just blow him off, just ignore him. Guys, we can't afford to ignore people like this. We need to avoid them as much as possible. And when you start seeing people make comments like that, and that's the first time that I've seen that, but I still have seen this whole comparison to the flu. Oh, don't worry, stop worrying about it. They don't shut down an entire country like China with a population of 1.4 billion people because it's like the flu. Italy, it sounds like it's mutated. I don't know for sure, but some of the professionals out there are saying that it's possibly mutated in Iran. The numbers continue to skyrocket. The hospitals continue to get overwhelmed. Don't tell me it's like the flu. Even if it is like the flu, it's going to compound the hospital. That's the concern. It's going to compound the hospital situation. Hospitals, I mean, if you read anything on the news about Italy and the things that are coming from the doctors that are in Italy, they are getting overwhelmed and they are having to triage people basically in a sense of who is going to die, who has the least hope for survival. Whereas in another situation, they actually might have hope. So Clayton, the rest of you who think this is like the flu, this is not serious, you need to get a grip. I'm going to provide you probably 15 or different links on YouTube that you can go check out and see credible individuals talk about how serious this is, so you can get the facts in your mind, and maybe somehow it'll break through that thick skull of yours and make you realize this is very serious. Brother, I'm angry at you. I'm very angry that you would post something like that. And guys, I know I'm making this video about him, but it's a very important point that, number one, we need to avoid people like this, like the plague, because they could be carrying the plague itself and not give a damn about society. But also, we need to stop them. When you see posts like this that are without facts, very kindly, very humbly provide them links to different sites that would tell them otherwise. And if at that point they choose not to listen, then that's their prerogative, and then your responsibility is to avoid them as much as possible, because they are going to be a danger to society. I'll wrap it up with this. Actually, I'll wrap it up with making a comment to Clayton. Clayton, your whole idea of suing me for character defamation is really silly, and I'll tell you why. You posted this on a public social platform for everyone to read how smart you are. And you just really made yourself look like an idiot. Again, I think you did have enough common sense to delete it. And you blocked me, which is totally fine with me. But you need to get a grip. You really need to get a grip, Clayton. I'll tell everybody else, don't be a Clayton, guys. Don't be a Clayton. Be prepared. Read the facts. And just be ready. Just be ready. You know, it was me asking for prayers here in China. I continue to ask for those prayers. God's big enough, he can receive prayers for the entire world. So the world needs it. America needs it. Canada needs it. Australia needs it. Italy needs it. Iran needs it. I don't care what country you reside in. You know, there's over 100 countries now that have it. And we all need prayers. And we all need to change our attitudes. And we need to love each other instead of attacking each other. Because it seems the governments in your respective countries haven't handled this as well as they should. So it's time we, the people, take responsibility of our own lives. And I'm not talking about revolt or anything like that. I'm talking about being prepared, doing things that the government really, essentially, is not its responsibility to make sure that you have enough food. You need to make sure you have enough food. You need to make sure your prescriptions go out far enough, as far as you can. and do whatever else you can. And how you're prepared, going to YouTube, finding credible sources to get information from, and getting facts, and making informed decisions. And when you do that, you're not panicking, you're protecting yourself. All right, that's my rant for the day. Clayton, I do, you know, I'm mad at you, but brother, I love you. I really do. I love you, even though I don't know you, I've never met you. You're a fellow human being, and I wouldn't want you to get this, dude. I seriously would not want you to get it. So take care of yourself, you be prepared, and kind of lay off the comments, all right? Love y'all. Take care.